Well, here we go again. Winter weather advisories are posted by the National Weather Service for snow. However, I don't think it's going to be a whole lot for at least Ada and Canyon County. Hi, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube as we overlook the nice snowy mountains. It's been a spectacular month of February for snow. You can see those snow-covered mountains in the back overlooking the city of Boise. Beautiful, beautiful snowpack as of now, but that could change. So far, we've had some light flurries today. The ground is below freezing, so everything is kind of sticking already in some areas when the flurries move on through. But as you can see, not a whole lot going on right now, and I believe that will be the case as we go through the overnight hours. A system's coming on down the Interstate 5 corridor, so right along the Washington-Oregon coast. It's diving down to the south. I've seen this pattern before. I call them little bowling balls, and they tend to continue to stay west and go down to the south. And this one, I think that's what's going to happen. Most of the precipitation should be concentrated around the Columbia River Gorge, Oregon, and the extreme west end section of Idaho. Not a lot of precipitation with this system coming into Idaho, but if we get a little bit, that dusting to half inch to maybe an inch and a quarter to an inch and a half in some spots, back towards maybe the Treasure Valley on towards the west, roads will become very slick. But I think overnight tonight, what we've had so far today, these little flurries here and there, just not a whole lot even sticking on the ground. That is what I think the trend will be overnight tonight until we get a wave in here right around tomorrow morning, say 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, right around the morning commute. That could bring a half inch to an inch of snow in some Treasure Valley locations. That will make things very slick on the roadways, as you know. This system will continue to move on down towards the south and taking most of its energy with it. So I think most of the heavy precipitation will be in and out of here, say going in towards the mid-afternoon hours on your Wednesday. And that'll be it. It wouldn't surprise me if the National Weather Service drops the winter weather advisories for many locations of southwest Idaho when the system starts to get organized, because all indications are this thing is going to dive down to the west, go right down western Oregon, western Washington, down in through California, and end up, of all places, down around Los Angeles, California. Carve itself over the next couple of days around the southwest United States, and Phoenix, Arizona may get more snow out of this than what we get overnight tonight going into tomorrow morning. Watch that happen and unfold going in towards Thursday night into Friday morning. It's going to be an interesting forecast for the extreme southwestern United States. But back up here in the northwest, we will get obviously some snow. It's just not going to be a whole lot, I think, coming on down through the Treasure Valley. I don't see many areas getting, in excess of I'll say maybe an inch or two, but most of it will be predominantly up against those foothills back up through there. I think north of Interstate 84, points on north there, along I-84 and north, up towards the foothills, those areas getting up around an inch, maybe two, but then south and west of I-84, very little snow accumulation, but enough maybe to coat the ground white, and like I said, get those roads slick going in towards the morning hours. The mountain's not going to see a whole lot out of this system. Earlier I was talking to a friend without looking at anything, and I said, they'll get a little bit more in the Treasure Valley, which is the case. But with this energy, now that I looked at it going down, gosh, it's just going to dive down into the southwestern United States. It's going to miss a lot of the mountains as well. So not a lot of fresh snow coming on into the Boise Mountains, but I heard from many friends it is still spectacular skiing anywhere in much of Oregon and Idaho. A lot of slick conditions tonight going on back through the Columbia River Gorge. Portland and Seattle again accumulating snows, and it's pretty good amounts too, maybe 2 to 4 inches, 2 to 5 inches of snow coming right on down through the Cascades, right on down Interstate 5 going into Northern California. That's overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. So that's the latest of my forecast on this particular situation that's going on. And as I mentioned, this system is going to make that dive over the next couple of days or right on down into the southwestern United States. And then that's going to kick towards the east. It could be snowing right around northern Mexico, the extreme southwestern Idaho border, San Diego, Los Angeles. You could be getting into some snowflakes when this system presses on through. And like I said, the greater Phoenix area, especially up north of that area, going into Las Vegas, southern Utah, getting some pretty good snows out of this. Around the Flagstaff area, wouldn't be surprised to see a foot of snow as the system carves itself out in the southwestern United States. So that's the weather show with Vin Crosby. Boy, it's been a while, but I wanted to give you an update on my thoughts of this storm. Looking like, at this point, enough to be slick, enough to cover the ground white in some spots, but it wouldn't surprise me if grounds are bare in some spots during the day tomorrow, as the system looks to be lighter in nature. Not a lot of heavy snow with this storm system. Back in eastern areas of Oregon, we could see maybe an inch, 3 inches in some spots, but even there, I think most of the energy is going to be concentrated central and western areas of Oregon and down towards the south. West central mountains could pick up a little bit out of this. Northeast Oregon, seeing some heavy snows out of this at times tonight going into tomorrow morning, but the brunt of the storm system again diving on down to the south. All right, that's the weather show with Vin Crosby. Thanks for subscribing. We got a lot of good new subscribers. We appreciate you. Any suggestions you have about the weather show, anything you'd like to see, just send me an email at theweathershow1 @gmail.com.